Also new tonight, a Springfield nonprofit reminding students about its clothes bank now that they're back in classes after winter break. Kiwanis International's Springfield chapter says the PTA clothing bank offers free clothes and shoes to SPS students. Students who qualify for free or reduced lunches and those referred by the principal can take part. The clothing bank is open on certain Thursdays of the school year. Today they were at Studi. The next time is the 22nd of January. Now, if a parent wants to shop for clothes without a student present, they can, but they will need their student's ID number, and they will need to be there to try on the shoes, however.